This is James Holder for iFall TV in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella. With me I've got Sean Ben Mulligan, also joined by trainer and manager Pat Barrett. How are you, Pat?
I'm good, thanks.
Good, and also joined by Paulie De Silva. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good to get you on the channel, mate. Firstly, congratulations on the win. Tough, entertaining fight against Kevin McCauley, which I've really enjoyed, to tell the truth.
Yeah.
How do you sort of assess your performance?
Yeah, overall I think it was good. Like you say, just see me get a bit of a bollock in there with my trainers, but obviously they've got to tell me the bad stuff before they tell me the good stuff, haven't they? Otherwise I won't learn from it. So overall, fairly happy. Yeah, like you say, he's bigger than me, stronger than it. And I quite hit him with some good shots in there. You seen in the third, I nearly had him out of there. And I think it was about 15 seconds of the round left or something like that. Just, I think if the bell went, if maybe there was another minute or two, I probably would have stopped him. But overall, I learned a lot from it. So.
Good fight, really. Tough man, Kevin McCauley. This is actually his 137th fight. He's been in with all the prospects and he's taken some big shots. And he actually paid you a lot of compliment after the fight. He said you hit very well, you move very well, and he rates you a lot as a prospect. So that must have been nice to hear of someone like Kevin.
Oh yeah, of course. Like he says, 130 odd fights. He's very experienced and he's been with the best of the money. So for him to say that about me, it's obviously it's a compliment and take a lot of positives from it. But get back in the gym now and put the wrongs right.
You've been fighting on sort of the Black Flash shows and building up your fans and your reputation. What was it like stepping out into sort of arena like this on the TV?
Yeah, it was a lot different from stepping out in the middle of an arena in front of 500-600 people. But like you say, massive arenas like this, you can go back to the small shows now and it stands me in good stead for the future when I'm on these big shows. So it's another box ticked.
If I can just ask your team, Pat, how do you assess his performance tonight, sir?
There was a lot of greatness in Ben. I mean, he showed a lot ability. He shows that he can move at angles. He had a lot to deal with being on a big show like this, considering he's never been on a big show like this. And I think he handled that situation very well. You can see he was still a bit tight. Overall, Ben, I think he's done really well. He showed that he can punch. He showed that he's not just one dimension. He showed that he's got skills. And do you know the good thing about Ben? There's plenty more to come. This is only the beginning. Ben's had a very rough start. He's had to pull off a lot of fights. He got a purpose stage on in one fight, getting ready for one fight. He's had a lot of illness, and now he's back steady. This, to me, he needed this. He needed this to set him back on a big show, to come back, do what he's done. Now let's get him back down to these small shows, learn the game, and when he does come back from these shows, it'll be 100%. There'll be no mistakes, there'll be no errors. He's still learning. He's very good.
Paulie, how do you assess tonight, sir?
Overall, it was really good. Of course, as trainers, we always expect more. We know Ben inside out, and there's a lot of things we expect of Ben. What people see, we pretty much see it in a different way, and it's all back to the drawing board now and work on the mistakes basically to keep getting better and show the public what we're capable of. And there's a lot more to come, like has been said before, and the future is great.
How do you think you've done tonight then? Give us your opinion on it.
Yeah, like my trainer said, overall I think it was good. Yeah, took a lot of positives from it and just the wrongs. Obviously, there's always going to be negatives from a fight in this, so go back to the gym now and put them right and work on them. And like Pat said, when I come back to these big shows.
Let me just say something. The negatives, what we're talking about, are minor mistakes. The simple little things like dropping his hands, rushing his angles, not drawing the feints and drawing the kid's lead and then stepping over and then hitting him. Things that we worked on in the gym. When you get in a big situation like this, sometimes
all the lights on you.
Yeah, it just makes you forget. Now I know Ben will sit back and say, you know what, you're right. Pat, Paulie, Brian, I should have done that. I should have done that. But that's nothing. This is what I'm trying to say. It isn't no mistakes that we can't fix and make up. We can get over this and deal with it. You know what I mean? So now we can go back to the drawing board, and this is why. Overall, I want to keep him on the smaller shows, just to learn the game a bit more, cultivate him a bit more, let him learn to deal with pressure.
Become the finished product.
And become the fighter that he should be, rather than become the fighter that we want him to be. It's like rushing him. I don't want to rush him. You can see that he's a good prospect. You can see that he's good defensively. So let's nurture him. And when they do come back, I promise everybody that sees Sean Ben, you're going to absolutely say, you know what, he's going far. I mean, he's got style. He's kind of like, you know, he's kind of like that Ricky Hatton kind of moving, going to the body, going at angles. You know, he's going to be the next big thing with Sean Ben.
Listen, I've seen you in the gym. I've come up to you boys. I know how hard you work, and I respect it when a trainer. I caught the end of Pat's scary lecture. I respect it when a trainer tells his fighter the truth. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's nice to see that.
Can I just say as well, James? I say a big thanks to all my sponsors as well. Wham Sandwich, we do all my food.
Wham Sandwich, yeah?
Yeah,
that's a name.
Yeah. You have to come down next time you're in Manchester.
Don't tempt me with a free sandwich then. I'll be there every day.
DR Electrical, that's my good mate. He, you know, gets me training gear, stuff like that. Melissa Berry Estate Agents and Mawson as well. As you can see with the cap, so without them, it wouldn't be possible. Also my fans as well. You've seen the support out there tonight.
Fantastic support for you here tonight, I've got to say. Really good to see.
Over 250 tickets, so I'm just humbled by that, because people spending their hard-earned money to come and support me means the world to me, so big thanks.
It's good to see a young prospect with a good fan base and real grounded, so hopefully we get to see you out in action again real soon, mate.
Yeah, definitely.
And one more thing I'd like to say, you couldn't happen to a more nicer person, as you can see. Gentlemen.
Thank you,
Well done, lads.
Thank you.
Enjoy your win.
Cheers,
and I'll catch you all
James.
soon. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, mate. Thanks.